It is time for our daily breakdown of what the financial press is reporting as news, with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Here is Casey Shannon. Good afternoon, Case.
Hello, Danny.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Just fine, thanks. Nice suit.
Nice tie.
Thank you. It's his tie. He's got a new suit, and I'm wearing his tie. Just so we acknowledge it. Okay.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Yes.
At a fun house.
Yeah.
First up, today's good news.
Exactly, with a wide-angle lens. Let's start with the good news.
All right. A historic day in Congress yesterday as both the House and Senate sent a bill to President Obama's desk that will change the way credit card companies will be allowed to do business with you. Stay tuned for more on this story in today's Fontana 4. And that's not where the good news ends today. Yesterday, Wall Street saw positive momentum in the early hour trading on reports that American banks have raised over $40 billion in fresh capital, well on their way to $75 billion that they were asked to raise after recent stress tests. The news got better this morning with the Financial Times out of London reporting the Bank of America actually plans to pay back all of their TARP money by the end of this year. Some analysts believe the stress test thing was just a lot of political grandstanding, a lot of engineering goodwill within the markets. What's the truth in the stress test of American banks right now, Danny?
Well, I think it was a lot of hoo-ha. I think it was a lot of political posturing. And, the reality is that the banks were healthier than anybody thought. You had a situation where the government could ride in on the white horse and say, "Yee-haw! You're coming to the rescue." And look what happened. We had a complete overhaul of our government election day. And, whenever you can make the American people feel like they need help, that's how you're going to win an election. The reality is they didn't need it. They can't stand the government in their mess, and that's why they're giving it back. Okay, let's go to the bad.
Very technical terms, ooh-ha and hee-ha.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Nice suit.
Thank you. Today's bad is a hypothetical. Some analysts are arguing that the historic moves made in Congress yesterday to curb credit card issuers' shenanigans, I love that word, will actually backfire on consumers. These analysts predict everything from annual fees and tightened credit lines to diminishing perks like awards and frequent flyer miles. Danny, what's the truth in all of this? Is the credit card overhaul a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a horrible thing. Anytime you have the government solving problems, they cause more problems. Government is notorious for being inefficient. The astonishing thing to me is none of us get it. We keep going, you stink at this, give us more. It's just amazing to me. Okay, what's the ugly?
The ugly today, for those of you out there screaming that price contraction is worse than recession, and you know who you are, today's ugly headline is for you. Crude oil hit a 6-month high ahead of the Memorial Day weekend yesterday, climbing above $62 per barrel in trading. Safe holiday travels, everyone. Hope you don't own a Hummer. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly. D, the floor is yours for today's diagnosis.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. By the way, shenanigans was a breakfast cereal, I thought. All right. How do you get oil at $62 a barrel? How do you do that when you have oversupply and low demand? And that's what we have, folks. The world is awash in oil, and nobody wants to buy it, and the price goes from $45 to $62 over the last couple of months. Why? Well, can you say summer? What they're doing is anticipating what they can do, and that's what you need to understand. You can do your part to bring oil prices down. It's a very simple thing. Don't buy the gas. I've said it before. Take the bus. Take public transportation. I recognize that you're going to want to go on a vacation, and you can splurge on that. But if you want to do your part to get gas prices down, oil prices down, it's very simple. Don't use the facilities. Now, don't go anywhere, because coming up when we come back, I'll chat with a GM dealer about what vehicle owners can expect as dealerships begin to decrease. And on the Fontana 4 things that credit card companies don't want you to know. And we have some Dear Danny emails. I'll answer them when we return. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.